This is the 125-gallon tank housing 3 painted turtles. As you can see, they always beg for food and swim into the glass. I got two 50-gallon Repto filters. I think they are 125 gallons per hour, and they keep the tank surprisingly clean. I change the filters about once a month, and I think these goldfish have a lot to do with it too, because they basically filter all the big stuff. Basically just gravel. I had to put a PVC base on the logs because they were getting too heavy for them. Like 2 turtles would go on there and they would just tip over and fall back into the water. The goldfish were originally their food, which they quit eating as soon as they figured out they didn't have to work for their food anymore, and I hand feed them. They eat shrimps, pellets, dried crickets, worms, anything really. There's a heater in the background. Starts to get a little mossy in there because of the window being in the background. The grass pad is usually laying flat on the ground, but turtles love to trash the tank. There's another landing pad off in the back that they can go to if they don't want to bask in the sun, or another feeding dock basically. And the second tank, which houses a Plecostomus and a little soft-shell turtle, which is always under the sand, and Gary the snail, which they keep knocking over. It's a 55-gallon, half sand, half rocks. This one's got no idea what filter. It's basically like 2 of those 50-gallon ones, so it keeps the tank pretty clean, and so does he. There's 2 little heaters in there in each corner, and again goldfish, which he never got around to eating. And there's the temperature. She usually stays around mid-70s. Same thing with the other tank. There is a basking platform for the soft shell, which he doesn't really use that much anymore. He'd rather hide under the sand. Once in a while you can catch him up there. But yeah, and so far so good. I caught them all. They were all about a quarter size. Soft shell turtle and netted off a dock. One of these guys I caught slipping on a rock and netted him. Another one I caught off the front of the boat before we almost ran him over. And another one, I think I netted the third one. It's been a while. I think they're going on about 2 years old. No idea if they're male or female. Guess we'll find out in a few years if they start popping out eggs. But yeah, there's the 2 tanks. They started off in a 10-gallon, then they went to the 55-gallon. That's the one I just showed you, and now they're in a 125. And the same thing with the soft shell turtle. He was in a little 10-gallon and went to like a 20-gallon, and now he's back up in the big one. And that's the tanks. You got any questions, go ahead and ask.